Happy Wednesday, and thanks for joining us on Summit League Network. I'm Kenyon Dixon. This is Summit League Spotlight, and today we're excited to announce which basketball games will be televised nationally on CBS Sports Network. 9 regular season games will start with Parker Bjorklund and St. Thomas, opening league play in Grand Forks against Trace and Eaglestaff and North Dakota on December 29th at primetime. On New Year's Eve, we'll have a Summit League doubleheader. Reigning women's champs South Dakota State will play preseason player of the year Casey Borovich and North Dakota. Immediately following that, a meeting of second-year head coaches as Chris Crutchfield's Omaha travels to Eric Peterson's South Dakota for an afternoon matchup. The first ever Big Sky Summit Challenge will be highlighted when Weber State plays reigning men's champs Oral Roberts on January 6th. The South Dakota Showdown Series will be nationally televised when South Dakota plays at South Dakota State in men's hoops on February 4th. And as the season ramps up to the Summit League tournament, North Dakota and North Dakota State will be on the forefront of what is expected to be a massive game for seeding. The national package includes part of the Summit League tournament with both women's semifinals and the men's and women's championship games being televised on CBS Sports Network. The season nears as we sit just 19 days away from tip-off. Summit League Network will carry 8 games on that opening Monday, with so much more throughout the season. Sign up today at summitleaguenetwork.tv so you don't miss any of the action. And with 6 teams making the women's soccer tournament, we have a race unlike anything we've seen in recent memory. Reigning champs Omaha was down 2-1 late to Kansas City in a pivotal match. Down to their final 10 minutes, Sophia Green tested the keeper but was unable to net an equalizer. In the 85th minute, Cece Behrens takes this dime from Grace Bartlin and heads it in with some English. 4 minutes later, clock inside the final 30 seconds, Grace Ostergaard's long throw finds Marissa Gore, who slams the door on a thrilling comeback win. It secured all 3 points and leave the Mavericks in a comfortable position heading into next week. As we look at the standings, it's important to note that the Mavericks had a match at South Dakota State last Thursday postponed because of weather, so that match will be made up on Tuesday. The Jackrabbits are 3 points ahead of Omaha and Oral Roberts, and 2 ahead of rival South Dakota, with 3 remaining matches against Oral Roberts, Omaha, and Kansas City. South Dakota State controls their own destiny to secure the 2 seed and host the quarters and semifinals next weekend in Brookings. And if Denver wins both matches against North Dakota and North Dakota State this weekend, the Pios will secure the 1 seed in head coach Julianne Sitch's first season in the Rockies. So much can happen, and the next 6 days will decide it. In men's soccer, Denver and Oral Roberts have separated themselves from the rest of the league and asserted their positions as national powers. ORU sits 25th nationally, while Denver's right on the fringe. Next Saturday, the 2 will play in Tulsa in a game that could decide the Summit League regular season title. The teams played to a 1-1 draw earlier in the season and have beaten everyone else they've faced in league play. For ORU, 3 games stand between them and that rematch with Denver. They head to St. Thomas tonight before returning home to play Western Illinois on Saturday and Central Arkansas on Tuesday. The men's soccer championship will be in Tulsa after ORU won the regular season a year ago, and that will start November 9th on Summit League Network. And when you start the season 0-9, it can be a sign of things to come, and typically those are bad things. Omaha's volleyball team started the season 0-9, but what's happened since has not been bad at all. Their optimism that their tough non-conference schedule would prepare them for a run at a Summit League title has paid off. The Mavericks are the hottest team in the Summit, winning their 8th straight in a 3-1 win over Oral Roberts in Tulsa last night. They opened the league in a 5-set loss to Kansas City, but have bounced back to win 24 of 32 sets. They're now in first place at 8-1 with 7 matches to go. Kansas City has a match in hand and holds a tiebreaker over Omaha while sitting in second place at 7-1. Denver is in third at 6-2 with a resume that includes a 5-set win over Kansas City. Reigning champ South Dakota being in fourth place is a surprise that has taken the league season by storm. After a dominant season a year ago, the Coyotes are trying to get back atop the conference with a different-looking roster. Their 3 league losses have been at the hands of Omaha and Kansas City, 2 teams that, as it stands, they would need to face in either the semifinals or the championship game to get back to the NCAA tournament. South Dakota faced South Dakota State last night and went down early 2-0. In front of the 4th largest crowd at the Sanford Coyote Sports Center, 2,400 people saw South Dakota reverse sweep the Jacks behind 16 kills from Madison Harms and Kylan Seelock. A massive win for the Yotes as they jockey for position in the league table. The cross-country championship is a week away in Brookings, and South Dakota State is looking to continue its years of success by winning their 8th straight men's team title. Under the direction of Rod DeHaven, the Jacks have sustained success, and while their roster turnover has changed the look of this year's team, one-star freshman Carson Knocker has taken the league and the nation by storm.
I don't think it's a stretch to say he's one of the top 10 American-born freshmen in Division I right now. And I think that's a good thing for our program, good thing for the league to have that notoriety.
Already amassing 4 Peak Performer of the Week honors in his young career, Knocker looks to carry the young team to another championship.
It's a testament to the other folks that have stepped up, whether it be true freshmen, redshirt freshmen, or others that didn't make our roster a year ago that will even have a chance to compete for a championship.
The championship will take place at Edgebrook Golf Course near the campus of South Dakota State on October 28th at 11 a.m. and will be broadcast live on Summit League Network. For information on all the championships, visit thesummitleague.org/championships.